Hey guys, welcome back. Joseph Ulmer here, and I'm going to show you how to restring this 324L. It's actually really simple. Just did the oil change on it, which I'll put a card right up here for that video, and got to weed eating and didn't make it 20 feet and ran out of string. So I'm going to show you how to restring it, and in the meantime, do me a favor. Click the subscribe button if you haven't. If you have, make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notifications on all my upcoming videos. Share this with your friends, and don't forget to rate it when it's all over with. The first thing we're going to do, on the trimmer head, there's two buttons. One here, and one on the other side. You're going to push those two buttons in, and the base of the head will slide off. And just bring it out gently because there are springs in here, and there's your spool inside there. Now, set that down. Take the spool out of the base, knock the grass clippings out, and if you notice on the top of the spool, it shows you, hopefully that's showing up, it's got arrows for which way to wind your trimmer line. Okay? Pretty simple. I'm using 130 thousandths, hopefully that's showing up. 130 thousandths. This is cutting corners. I don't know where I got this. Somebody gave this to me, but it's a square trimmer line, and it's actually for like walk behind trimmers, but it works really well for cutting heavier brush and doing edging and things. Now to measure this out, I just stretch my arms out. That's about 6 feet. 1, 2, 3. That give me about 18 feet of line, which will normally last me quite a while. Just cut it, and then you need to find the center. So this trimmer, when you string it, you only use you keep it as one piece when you string it. So I just match up my ends just like that, and then pull my way back through it, and find the middle, and then we're going to take our spool, and you can only hook it and wind it one way. If you try and hook it and wind it the other way, it'll slide right off, because I don't know if it's going to show up, but that's how the hook is. So you just hook the center of your line right there, and then this is the hard part. You don't want to let it go because you'll end up with a mess. And start winding it and just try and lay it in nice and neat and even. A lot of times if you get your finger in between the two lines to kind of keep, you want to keep tension on them and spread them out, and hopefully everything will work well and they'll lay in nice and neat for you. I've found with this big square line, 18 feet is about the max that I can get on this spool. Now if you're using a smaller, like a 95 thousandths line, you could probably get 24 foot or more on a spool, but you're going to go through that line faster. And I just happen to have a whole spool of this stuff, and it works really well on this trimmer. So that's what I've been running. Now, here's the really difficult part, because this is too big. Smaller line, you can lock into these notches up here when you get done to hold it in place. This stuff you can't. It doesn't quite allow you to do that. So the trick here, and it doesn't matter, both of the metal grommets are at the same height, so it doesn't matter which line goes into which one. You want to snap the line from one side, from the bottom down in, and then you can, keeping tension on it. Okay, we're going to take that out one revolution. to hopefully make this a little easier. There we go. And snap that one back in, just like that. Now one is a little bit longer. We'll deal with that here in a minute. Once you do that, line up your tabs here with the holes that they lock into, and you may have to rotate it around just a little bit, but it should slide right down in, lock in place, and then pull your line out. That'll lock the spool in place. Make sure everything's snapped down good and tight. And then on these trimmers, there's a cutter blade right here to cut your line to length. Now, it'll do this automatically when you start the trimmer, but with a super long line like this to keep from beating up your guard, because it will hit your guard. You can see this side is just a fuzz short, just a little bit short of hitting that blade. This one is not. So a sharp knife or a pair of side cutters works really well here. I'm gonna make a notch in the line so I know where to cut it. Then I can pull it back around and safely cut it off, and that'll make both of them about the same length, and I'm ready to go back to work. So that's all it takes to restring one of these guys. They're actually pretty simple. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. Don't forget to share the video, rate it, subscribe to the channel. We will see you on the next one, guys. Don't forget, get out there, get your hands dirty. You might have a little fun doing it.